You know that sound, right? You stand up from your chair and your knees just start talking. A whole symphony of clicks and pops and crunches. It can be kind of unnerving, for sure. So today we're going to figure out what's really going on. Is it something to worry about, or is it just normal?
So why do our knees sound like that? It's the big question, isn't it? I mean, whether you're deep in a squat at the gym or just climbing a flight of stairs, things can get surprisingly noisy down there. Let's dig in and find out what's actually making all that racket.
Yeah, sometimes it's just that simple. Sharp click.
And other times, you get a more definite pop.
And then, oh boy, there's that grating, crunchy sound. That's the one that really makes you stop and think, uh-oh, what was that? Okay, so let's get into the science behind that snap, crackle, and pop. And look, here's the good news right up front. Most of these sounds, they're totally normal. Seriously, understanding why they happen is the first step to, not freaking out every time you stand up.
So how do we even know this stuff? Well, believe it or not, scientists actually did what they called the pull my finger study. No, I'm not kidding. They used an MRI to watch a knuckle crack in real time. And it turns out, it's the perfect way to understand what's going on inside our knees, too.
And what they saw was this really cool thing called cavitation. So, imagine this. As your joint moves, the surfaces pull apart slightly. This causes the pressure inside to drop, and boom! A tiny gas bubble forms in the joint fluid. That pop you hear, that's literally just the sound of the bubble being created. In most cases, it's nothing more than a harmless little pocket of gas.
Now, it's not always about gas bubbles. There are other perfectly harmless noises, too. Sometimes a tendon might just snap over a bony lump, kind of like a guitar string being plucked. Or a ligament might catch for a second. And hey, if you've ever had knee surgery, you know that some clicking and popping is super common while everything is healing and settling back into place.
Okay, so if most of these noises are totally harmless, how in the world do you know when you should actually be concerned? This is the most important part. Let's break down the one thing that really decides if it's a big deal or not.
And here it is, the bottom line. It all comes down to one question. Is there pain? If you just have noise, clicks, pops, whatever, but no other symptoms, you're in the no worries column. It's just noise. But if that noise comes with pain that won't go away or swelling, or if your knee feels like it's catching or giving way, that's when you've moved into the some concern column. And especially if you heard a loud pop at the exact moment of an injury, yeah, that's a clear signal to go get it checked out.
All right, so let's talk about when pain is part of the picture. One of the most common culprits behind that unpleasant, crunchy, grinding feeling is a condition called patellofemoral pain syndrome. So what is that exactly? Well, you can see it right here. Your kneecap, or patella, is supposed to glide really smoothly in a little groove on your thigh bone, kind of like a train on a track. Patellofemoral pain, or PFP, is what happens when that train gets a little off track. The kneecap doesn't glide right, and that can cause roughness and irritation on its underside, leading to both noise and pain.
So what's the connection between this condition and all that grinding? Well, a really recent study from 2024 gave us a huge clue. Researchers found that the more severe the grinding noise, which doctors call crepitus, the weaker and smaller the person's quad muscles tended to be. And that tells us something absolutely crucial. Muscle strength is a massive piece of this puzzle for a healthy and quieter knee.
And you know what? That leads us straight to the solution. Because if weak muscles are part of the problem, well, then strengthening them is a huge part of the fix. So let's get into the action plan based on what the science tells us actually works.
Experts recommend a pretty simple three-part approach. First off, modify your activities. Basically, if something really hurts, ease up on it or find a different way to do it for a little while. Second, managing your weight can make a huge difference because less load on the joint means less strain. And third, the real game changer, strengthening the muscles around your knee and your hips to give that joint better control and support.
Okay, let's get practical. We're going to walk through 4 key exercises to get you started. But listen, one quick but really important note. Building strength takes time. This isn't an overnight fix. You might not feel a huge difference for 5 or 6 weeks, so being consistent is absolutely everything here. You got to stick with it. First up, we've got the bridge. This one is amazing for your glutes and hamstrings, which are like the support crew for your knees, super important for stability. So you're just going to lie on your back, knees bent, squeeze your butt muscles, lift your hips up,
Hold it for about 5 seconds, and then slowly, with control, lower back down.
Next, the single leg stand. This one is all about building that fine-tuned balance and stability right around the knee joint. Just stand on one leg, making sure to keep that knee slightly bent, not locked out. And hey, don't be a hero. Use your fingertips on a wall for balance if you need it. The goal here is all about control, not about how long you can wobble around.
Ah, the wall sit. It's a classic for a reason. This is a fantastic way to build strength in your quads, those big thigh muscles, without putting a ton of direct stress on the knee joint itself. Just lean your back flat against a wall and slowly slide down till you feel that nice burn in your thighs. Hold it there and then slide back up.
And last but not least, the squat. This is such a fundamental movement for building all-around leg strength. Stand with your feet about hip-width apart, and then just imagine you're sitting back into a chair behind you. The key is to keep your chest up and look, only go as low as feels comfortable for you, without any pain.
So let's bring it all home with a really simple but powerful idea. Noisy knees are not broken knees. Seriously, for the huge majority of us, all those clicks and pops are just a normal part of having a human body. So the most important thing to take away from all this is, don't obsess about the noise. The noise itself isn't the story. Instead, you need to pay attention to the real warning signs. Is there pain? Is there swelling? Does your knee feel unstable? Those are the things your body uses to tell you, hey, maybe it's time to look into this a little more.
Look, at the end of the day, your body is always talking to you, always giving you feedback. The key is just learning to understand its language, knowing which signals are just background chatter and which ones you really need to listen to. So the question is, are your knees talking, and are you listening for the right clues?